morning, everybody. I toast to you. And all you do, I hope you're having a fantastic day today. I'm out in a garden, kind of. It's back there. It's happening. It's starting. A lot of the things are coming back. It is that time here in Colorado, so we're finally able to get out and do some stuff. So I've been very busy in the garden. Not here, obviously, but over at the farm. We have a bunch of new garden beds, so if you are in the area and you'd like to join our garden club, you can just reach out and let me know. I have 52 garden beds that we would love to share with the community, so just let me know. And you can reach out to us on Facebook through Hidden Gem. That is the store that we have in Greeley. And also we would just love to hear from you and see you and come by and stop by and all that great stuff. So with that being said, let's also talk just briefly about Untamed, that is coming up very shortly. Ticket sales are still available online. Untamed is a 4-day camping festival that happens in Bailey, Colorado. It is a lot of fun. There will be live music all day on Saturday. We have workshops in the Highland Games on Friday, and there's drumming every night. It is a lot of fun. There will be a lot of people. Well, look, I got a puppy because I didn't have enough to do. But anyways, that's Seamus. Say hi, Seamus. He doesn't listen. But we would love to have you all come out to see Untamed and enjoy our amazing weekend. You can still get your tickets at untamedfest.com. And if you miss your online ticket sales, you can get ticket sales at the gate. They will be cash only. The whole festival is cash only. It is a off-grid camping trip, so there's no cell service, there's no electricity, there's no running water. It is very off-grid. It is a lot of fun. It is a great weekend, so I would definitely recommend everybody checking that out. All right, so with the public service announcements done, let's talk about the full moon, which is actually happening right this very second here in Colorado. It is May 23rd at 9:53 a.m. and this moon is the Sagittarius moon. It is a time where we are on the Gemini Sagittarius cusp, which is very much a mental cusp. This is a time where you might find that you are very much in your head. You want to communicate. You have a lot of things to say. You want to let out your goals. You really want to start manifesting that, and it really helps you to communicate your needs and to communicate your wants and desires, while it also helps you to put your best foot forward and make the right decisions and really think about things clearly and the big picture and how everything is going to work out. So that is the axis on balance. If you find that you are a little scattered or that you just can't seem to get over some hurdle, I would stop and step back and think about where you can find that balance between getting things done and seeing the big picture and really moving forward, while communicating your needs and desires and really thinking about that, and having those two things really work together. So right now, retrograde, we have, I'll show you the chart. So here is the chart for the moon, and it looks kind of crazy. We have a lot of things going on. For retrograde, we have Pluto, which is in retrograde right now, which is really bringing up all of those deep, dark secrets, all of those deep, dark truths, the things that we don't want to talk about, the things that we need to talk about, and it's really bringing that forward. With it being in Aquarius, it is having a lot to do with society. It's having a lot to do with washing away old things and bringing in new things. Really this big transition that we're having. And a lot of the universal energies right now are in this state of transition, really pushing forward this big transition. We still have the North Node, Chiron, and Eris conjunct, which Mars joins them, adding this like fiery motivation to really get things done and make those changes and make things happen. And so that, as we've talked about many times before, it is this new beginning of healing and moving forward with the right foot, with the correct thing to do, doing the most just thing, not having superficial motivations, but really going from the heart and healing and stepping forward. And Mars brings in this real fiery motivation. Now this is T-squared right now with Pluto and Vesta, which brings in a... So Vesta is your devotions. This is what you're devoted to. It is the energy that drives you. It is the things that, you know, you won't let go of. The things that you feel very passionate and devoted to. And so that is what Vesta calls to. It's often to do with like our spiritual selves, but also with our moral selves. So there are some things, you know, there are some hills you might be willing to die on. And this Vesta really calls to that energy. So be that your spirituality or your morals, it is really calling to that energy. And being at opposition with Pluto right now, Pluto's retrograde with Vesta is really calling out those truths. Are you devoted to the right things? Are you devoted for the right reasons? Are you allowing your devotions to manifest in a way that they should? And so that can be very challenging, especially if you are not devoted to the right things. I think a lot of people right now are going to feel, especially with these two things being square to Eris and Mars, both very fiery energies. In Aries, also a very fiery energy. So we have this huge fiery conjunction that's just calling you to make this transition, to really grow, to do the right thing, to step away from this superficial victim, you know, to stop allowing your past hurts to decide your future, and to learn those lessons, to step forward doing the right thing. And now being at square with this opposition to Pluto and Vesta, I think a lot of people are going to realize the devotions that they have that are not right. If you're dedicated to a cause that's not actually doing the right thing, then you're probably going to have that really thrown in your face right now. You're going to see some truths that you either have not wanted to see or are not seeing. And that can be kind of disruptive. So just be prepared for that. Really think about what you're devoted to, what you want to be doing, what you should be doing, what needs to be done in relations to those devotions, to your moral standings, to that place, and also where you need to be healing and transforming. So all of this energy is going to really push forward on that. And don't put your blinders up. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I'm just going to keep doing, like, don't be the ostrich who puts your head in the sand. When these challenges arise and you see this, or when you see these truths coming, my kids were like, can we watch this Nickelodeon show? And I said, nope. At this point, we are not watching anything produced by Nickelodeon ever again. And that's just how it has to be. I'm not a big fan of Disney stuff. I mean, we watch their movies, but I don't like the Disney Channel. I don't like the things that they do to their people. I've never really liked it. I've seen that since I was a kid in the Mickey Mouse Club, and the way that worked out for those people. And corporations that allow this should not be supported. And this is a hill that I am willing to die on, and I really stand true to that. And so, but if you find that you're in this situation, these truths are coming out. So either it's going to strengthen your devotions, or it's going to make you question your devotions. And if you are really questioning your devotions right now, I would really step back and see that truth and really ask the universe, like, what is it that I need to see so that I can make the right decision, so that I can move forward and heal and be this better person, and then step forward and actually do those things. We have a lot of like, make the transformation and let's do this. Like, I feel like it's not like a hard stop, but it's like a hard push from the universe. It is time to transform. So we have that. We have that opposition. And Pluto is, so that opposition also includes Ceres. Vesta is actually more opposition to Ceres, but Ceres and Pluto are in a very wide conjunction, and it is just bringing up this very interesting energy. And Ceres is, again, the energy that is kind of like you reap what you sow. It is the harvest. It is bringing about things. And so we are being questioned right now. What is it that we are committed to? What are we putting our energy to? What are we devoted to? And is that really helping us? Is that really the right thing? Eris is like in your face, throwing those golden apples like, hey, watch this, look at this, see this, hear me, and know that it is really time to make those changes and to step up and do the right thing. So if you are feeling challenged in this area, allow those truths to come to you, hear them, and don't put your blinders on. It'll make the transition way easier. So we also right now have another big thing going on, and this is going to be a long-standing finger of fate. So let me find. So right now Sedna is exactly at 0 degrees of Gemini, and that is a big change for Sedna. Sedna has a very long rotation, and it is in a finger of fate with Neptune, and those two being sextile, and then they are both quincunx to Haumea. Now these three planets move very, very slowly. As you've noticed, we've had Neptune sextile to Pluto for quite some time, bringing on this like pioneering energy. Well, on the other side of that, Neptune is sextile to Sedna, and this conjunction will, or this sextile will run for a long time. Sedna right now is also conjunct to Jupiter, Venus, and the Sun. And so that is a really big conjunction that is bringing in this like very forward moving, motivated, let's get this done kind of energy. Let's make these transitions. Let's see the light that we need to see in order to achieve our goals. And let's expand on that. And do it from a place of love, because we have Venus in there, a place of honesty, a place of pureness. And so that's really brightening this corner of the finger of fate and saying like, you have a light at the end of the tunnel, you can do this. Neptune is bringing in that higher perspective. It is bringing in that dreamy state of like, this is how we see things from up above, and then we can see the whole picture, we can see the whole place, and we can manifest our visions into reality. Our illusions are disappearing and our visions are becoming clear, and we are seeing what we need to get done in order to really move forward. Now, Haumea is the goddess who can manifest from the void of nothingness. She created the Hawaiian Islands and all of the bounty that they provide, as well as the people who live on the island, and made it so that they could prosper. And so her energy is very much we have the ability to manifest from nothing. We can achieve our goals. We can do what it is that we need to do. And even when we feel like we are in this dark place of nothingness, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We have what we need to achieve our goals, and we can see this bigger picture. So this finger of fate is really a productive finger of fate, but it is very much a transition. It is time to change. Sedna's energy, her body created the sea creatures when she was cast away, and she felt like she had nothing. She was thrown to the ocean in pieces, and from that place of destruction, she created all of the sea creatures and all of the ocean life in this beautiful place. And so we very much have watery planets manifesting this energy and really saying like, it is time to make that change. Even if you feel like you're in darkness, or you feel like you have nothing, or you feel like the whole world is out against you, you can step back and see the greater picture and make these changes. It is time to make those changes. And this is going to be a long-standing finger of fate, like the next year. I think it's going to run for a long time, because these planets are so slow moving. So it's not going to be like tomorrow, snap, now this is happening, but this is like a gradual, like, we are going to manifest this change. It is really time to begin that manifestation. So just keep that in mind as you feel all of these truths coming up, all of these darknesses. We do have another T-square between, so the moon is conjunct with Peleus, so that brings in a transitioning energy. Peleus is like, here is the knowledge that you need to make the changes. Here is what you need to learn. Here is, change. This is the information that you need in order to transform. And with the moon being in Sagittarius, it is very much like let's heal. Let's heal individually. Let's heal as a community. Let's heal our emotions, and let's step forward. Peleus is like, let's make that transition. They are at opposition to that big conjunction with Jupiter and Venus and the Sun and Sedna, really calling out this like grand light at the end of the tunnel, and hey, it's time to make these changes. Jupiter and Venus are both at 29 degrees, which is the last degrees of the, they're right there at the end. And so this is a big moment where their energy is expanded greater in a way that's like, hey, let's go out there, let's expand to the next place, let's make these changes. And the Sun in Gemini says, it's time to see both sides. It's time to see the whole picture. So all together, this energy is like, let's make a change. They are both square to Juno. So this is going to make you question the things that you're dedicated to, your commitments, your relationships. It's going to make you ask the question, am I supported by the people around me? While also asking if you are supporting the people around you. This is never like a one-sided thing. It's not like always towards you. This is, are you also doing these things for the people around you? It's going to make you question whether your relationships have the strength to endure through these transitions. Now, if they do, they're going to come out stronger and better, and you're going to have this great communication. You are going to be able to really say the things that need to be said. But on the other side of that, if these commitments aren't right, if this relationship isn't the right relationship, this is really going to be a trouble time. You're going to have all the truths come in your face. You're going to be questioned. You're going to be, the people around you are going to be like, hey, why are you still in this relationship? What is happening here? Why are you doing this? And so that can probably, it's going to be challenging for a lot of people, especially if you're in a relationship that's not right for you. But you always have to know that when those relationships end, it just makes space. It's that time here in the country. There's a lot of crop dusters. Loud little planes. Anyways, this is really that time to make that change. And we are being asked by Juno if our relationships are right, if we are providing the things for them, if they are providing the things for us, and are these commitments right for us? So those are some really big aspects happening right now, and I feel like it's really heavy. We also have some minor transits going on with, like, Mercury is trine to Juno, so it's really going to help you communicate, whether you're communicating to have a stronger relationship or you're communicating because this really isn't the relationship that we're meant to be in. Both of those things are going to be benefited by Mercury's trine. Just really helping to kind of smooth along those communications, to really help communication happen so that everybody can walk away happy. We also have Neptune trine to the moon and Peleus, so that is bringing in this like higher perspective to your emotional change. It is giving you all of that information. It is helping you to see this. It's like a beautiful nudge in the right direction. You might get divine inspiration. Information is going to come to you that's going to help you heal and really step forward into this new energy. And we have Pluto sextile to Saturn, which this is not one we talk about a lot, so I don't just know. Okay, so this is a determined helping hand to endure and succeed in the challenges ahead. So Saturn really brings in a beneficial energy to Pluto and is like, you know what, you can do this. We're doing this for the right reasons. We're doing this because this is the right thing to do, and your karma will pay you back in full for these choices that you make right now. And it's really motivating you to uncover new knowledge and to step forward and to connect with the people around you so that you can uncover the truths that you need. So Pluto is also trine to that Sun conjunction, which is bringing in an empowering, like, grand inspiration. You're really gonna, this light at the end of the tunnel thing with this conjunction happening with Sedna and the Sun and Jupiter is really like expanding our personal power, and Pluto is bringing in this like push to see the whole thing. It's really encouraging your intuition, really encouraging you to explore your own feelings and to transform and make those changes that you need to make. So again, really, this is a big time of transformation. If you are having trouble, I would really step back and maybe journal, really do some meditating, thinking, stop and really listen to the information that you are receiving. We are being bombarded with truths from every direction, be it from the news that we're seeing suddenly about everything, about what's going on in our communities, our families, our connection, everything. On every level, we are being bombarded with these truths, and we really need to just like open our eyes, take in all this information with a big deep breath, and no matter how devastating it feels or what dark place it puts you in, know that this is the time for change. This is a transformation that everyone is going through, that everyone needs, that everyone is going to step through on the other side. And the transforming is happening. It is sad to see people who just put their head in the sand or turn away or think, I don't have to deal with this right now. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. And they just put their blinders on and truck along forward. They're going to have the most trouble through this. They're going to run into a lot of walls. You're going to hit those roadblocks. And if you find you're hitting roadblocks and you're having a lot of issues, you need to step back and hear the truth. You need to step back and take that in. And then you need to make choices based off of what is right, what is just, what is the true, noble answer. And if you ever are questioning that, you can just call to Pele's or you can call to Iris, and they'll tell you loud and clear. Iris is, I don't tell most people to work with that energy because they can't, you can't handle the truth. Okay, that is Iris's energy. So if you really feel like, okay, I really need this, I need this smack in the face, I need to really see what it is that I need to change, Iris is there to tell you, and she will. And it will be a gleaming golden apple in the middle of the table and something you can't look away from. That's happening universally right now, all over the universe with the energy. So if you are hitting those roadblocks, I would just ask, like, what is it that I need to see? It will be presented to you, and then you can make those changes. But you have to have accountability for your own actions. You have to have accountability for your own feelings, and you have to really step forward, not as a victim, but as someone who has healed and is ready to move forward and succeed. So that success is there for you. This long finger of fate is telling you right now that it is time to make that change. And here is everything that you need. Even if you feel like you have nothing, it is there for you. So with that being said, I hope that you all have a fantastic full moon. I hope that you are very much enjoying the beginning of your summer breaks and all of that fun stuff, and that you have a great weekend. And I hope to see you all at Untamed. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.